The sky has always been a battlefield of supremacy, but when the F-106 Delta Dart, also known as the ultimate interceptor, took to the air, it redefined what air dominance truly meant. This was not just another aircraft, it was a masterpiece born in the Cold War, designed for one single purpose: to intercept and destroy enemy bombers before they could reach American soil. Welcome to Wings of War, where we dive deep into the machines that ruled the skies and changed the course of aerial warfare forever. Today, we're uncovering the legacy, the power, and the unmatched engineering of the F-106 Delta Dart, the real king of the sky. The F-106 was the final evolution of America's Century Series fighters, a symbol of the technological leap during the Cold War. It first flew in 1956, an era when the world stood on the edge of nuclear war. The U.S. Air Force needed a jet that could climb faster, fly higher, and intercept bombers carrying nuclear payloads before they could strike American cities. The result was the Convair F-106 Delta Dart, sleek, supersonic, and deadly precise. It was nicknamed Six by its pilots, and soon it became the backbone of America's air defense network. The F-106 wasn't built for dogfights, it was built for one thing: interception. Its mission was simple but critical: to detect, engage, and destroy Soviet bombers like the Tu-95 Bear before they reached North America. Every part of its design served that goal. The delta wing structure gave it unmatched stability at high altitudes and blistering speed, while its single Pratt & Whitney J75 engine delivered an incredible 24,500 pounds of thrust with afterburner. That allowed the F-106 to climb to over 57,000 feet and reach speeds beyond Mach 2.3, over 1,500 miles per hour. In its prime, it was one of the fastest interceptor jets in the world. Inside the cockpit, pilots sat surrounded by advanced avionics, revolutionary for their time. The Hughes, Massachusetts One integrated fire control system linked directly to ground-based radar. It could automatically guide the aircraft toward enemy targets, calculate attack angles, and even launch missiles, all without the pilot manually aiming. In many ways, the F-106 was one of the earliest semi-autonomous aircraft in history. It was decades ahead of its time in terms of electronic warfare and target tracking technology. The pilot's job was to monitor, confirm, and engage. The jet handled the rest. The F-106 carried an impressive arsenal for an interceptor. It was armed with 4 AIM-4 Falcon air-to-air missiles, and a single AIR-2 Genie, a nuclear-tipped rocket capable of destroying enemy formations in one strike. Imagine that for a second: a fighter jet designed to carry and launch a nuclear weapon in midair. It showed just how serious the Cold War threat had become. The Genie was an unguided rocket with a 1.5 kiloton nuclear warhead, meant to obliterate bomber squadrons from miles away. The Delta Dart's mission wasn't just about air superiority, it was about survival. In flight, the F-106 was smooth, fast, and elegant, a pilot's dream. It could accelerate effortlessly, handle tight maneuvers for a delta wing jet, and maintain control even at high speeds. Many pilots considered it one of the most stable supersonic fighters ever made. During intercept missions, it could lock onto a target hundreds of miles away, climb rapidly through thin air, and close in for a kill before the enemy even knew it was coming. Its streamlined design allowed it to slice through the sky with minimal drag, a pure blend of beauty and lethality. But what truly made the F-106 legendary wasn't just its performance, it was its reliability and longevity. It remained in service for over 2 decades, from 1959 to 1988, protecting U.S. airspace through some of the tensest years of the Cold War. Even when newer aircraft like the F-15 and F-16 came into service, the Delta Dart continued to serve with pride in Air National Guard units. It became the silent guardian of American skies, unseen but always ready. There's also a famous story that captures the F-106's uniqueness: the cornfield bomber. In 1970, during a training flight, an F-106 entered an uncontrollable flat spin. The pilot ejected, but something miraculous happened. Once the pilot left, the jet stabilized itself and made a gentle belly landing in a snowy Montana field, almost perfectly intact. The aircraft was later repaired and returned to service. That single event turned the F-106 into a legend not just of engineering but of mystery. It was as if the jet itself refused to die. While the world's attention often goes to fighters like the F-4 Phantom or the F-15 Eagle, the Delta Dart holds a unique place in aviation history. It represented the pinnacle of pure interception technology before multirole fighters took over. It didn't need to dogfight, drop bombs, or perform complex missions. Its sole purpose was to stop any threat before it could harm the homeland. That specialization made it one of the most iconic jets ever built. The F-106's Delta shape was a masterpiece of aerodynamic efficiency. The sharp triangular wings reduced drag and increased stability at supersonic speeds. Even decades later, the design influenced aircraft like the Concorde and the Mirage series. The jet's radar nose cone, sleek fuselage, and tail fin gave it a silhouette instantly recognizable in aviation circles, a symbol of speed and power. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't meant to look aggressive, it was simply perfect in function. In mock combat exercises, the F-106 proved surprisingly agile for a Delta Wing aircraft. It could hold its own against fighters that were designed for dogfighting, thanks to its clean aerodynamics and powerful engine. Many pilots said that once you got to know it, the Delta Dart handled like an extension of your body, smooth, precise, and responsive. It was the kind of aircraft that rewarded skill and punished mistakes. Pilots who flew it often said, "If you respect the six, it'll respect you back." As technology advanced, the role of interceptors began to fade. New radar systems, satellites, and long-range missiles made it possible to detect and engage threats before they got anywhere near the US coast. By the mid-1980s, the F-106 was slowly retired, replaced by the F-15 and F-16. But its spirit never disappeared. Many of its avionics and systems paved the way for future aircraft. Its radar-guided intercept capabilities became the foundation of modern air defense. Today, the F-106 Delta Dart stands as a symbol of Cold War determination, the perfect balance of engineering brilliance and military necessity. It wasn't the flashiest or the most famous, but it was one of the most reliable guardians ever built. Its sleek shape still captures the imagination of aviation lovers around the world. When you look at the F-106, you're not just seeing metal and wings, you're seeing the heart of an era when speed, precision, and deterrence ruled the skies. In the end, the F-106 wasn't just a fighter, it was a promise. A promise that the sky above would remain safe, no matter what threats appeared on the horizon. It carried the burden of defense quietly but with unmatched confidence. And that's what makes it one of the real kings of the sky. The next time you see its iconic Delta wings in a museum or an old photograph, remember that this jet once stood between peace and total destruction, and it did its job flawlessly. This is Wings of War, where legends of steel and fire come alive. The F-106 Delta Dart, the silent defender, the ultimate interceptor, the real king of the sky.